2026 the update. So it is currently June 2nd, 2026, and we're in the second quarter, well, the ending of the second quarter. Technically, I was supposed to make another one of these videos at the beginning of the second quarter, because that's what I said I was going to do. Stop upon me, sister. But yeah, that's what I said I was going to do. I was going to do the video at the beginning of each quarter. The reason why I didn't, I have a genuine excuse. The reason why I didn't is because Lent began in February this year, which my first time acknowledging Lent was last year, and Lent was in March. So I thought that was when Lent was going to be. Lent actually started in February. And because of Lent, when I'm making a yearly commitment to take a break off of social media during the period of Lent. So I came off of social media for February, March, and then the first 2 weeks of April. And yeah, so I was not online for the beginning of the second quarter. Guys, media Kingston, the place at. Yeah. So this is my update video to still keep me accountable, so that because what did I say? Hair's not looking dumb, so I still don't want to look dumb. So here I am, making y'all keep me accountable, keeping myself accountable, because y'all don't really care. Anyways, so I didn't make a vision board for this quarter because I knew I wasn't going to be online for April, and I was online me. Me never really intentional about the quarter. I apologize. July again. Me never really intentional about the quarter, so I never make no vision board, but me still have some things in mind. I don't know. This is just a response basically to my first video. So not really focused on like new goals or anything like that. Just an update on the goals that I had already set. Oh my God, might have find some. Hey, I'm making noise. I'm making noise. Sorry. Hold on. Me try to find something so when I'm ready for you, me just read. So about that, girl, I'm in this man's bed. I had said that my theme for this year, my two themes, was obedience and showing up for myself. So far, I do believe that I have been doing both. It has looked differently than what I expected it to look like, but I have been doing both. And in terms of obedience, I have realized that like a major struggle for me when it comes to being obedient to God has been like wanting God to tell me exactly what to do. Like, should I do this thing or this thing, option A or option B? And there are cases when God will specifically tell you option A or option B. But something that I've been learning is that like sometimes the most important thing is trusting God and trusting that He goes with me in whatever decision I make, rather than putting my trust in the decision itself. Right? Like, for example, the other day I was on Substack and I saw this thing, and basically it was saying that there are two different types of obedience decisions. Is obedience decision? I don't think that's what he said. But they were saying that there are some decisions are wisdom based, and there are some that are obedience. For example, something that is obedience is forgiveness. You have to forgive a person. Wisdom is, oh, should I take this job? Sometimes we focus a lot more on like making it seem like life is a code that we have to crack, and God is just sitting there waiting for you to crack the code, when that is not the character of God at all. Like, God is a father who desires to accompany us on the things that we do in life, and it's not just like, oh, pick this. And I feel like I have made my life pick this. I made it seem like God is doing that to me, and yeah. So I'm learning to relax a little bit more, in not that I should not be obedient, but just relax in how I approach it, basically. For March, I did not do a solo date because I was hoping to do something with somebody, and then that day keep getting put off, and then I just never end up doing a solo date, which counteracts my whole thing of like, oh, you keep showing up for people and don't show up for yourself, because how you gonna put off your solo date because you want to do something with somebody? Kind of crazy, huh? But yeah, that's why I didn't do a solo date in March. April was just a hard month for me. I'm sorry, I couldn't get myself to do no solo date, so I didn't do a solo date in April. I did one in May, the one that video is coming, yeah, or that video would have already been posted. by the time y'all see this. So yeah, I did also do it in May. Book journaling now. So I did not really continue with the book journaling thing. I enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it enough to do it for every single book that I read. I set a goal of 30 books for the year, 2 books per month, approximately 2 books per month, because 2 books per month will be 24 books. And I need my extra, so I said 30. I haven't been tracking if I've been reading 2 books per month, but so far for the year, I have read 11 books if I'm counting correctly. I have read 4 on my phone, 5 on my iPad, and 2 physical books. So yeah, 11 books. So it seems so far that I'm on track, because if I had 2 books per month, that would have been 10 books. So far I've read 11, so not bad. So I have been getting into annotating my books, which is basically when you analyze the book a little bit deeper than just reading it. So I finished reading this book in a day. I collected this book last week Wednesday, and I finished reading it by Thursday. So yeah, so now I'm kind of rereading it, going through it, highlighting things that were like, oh, you low-key did tell me what got me so, and this points to the ending, blah 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 blah, if you don't know what book annotation is. And then I added like my tabs and stuff, and I've really been enjoying that, because I feel like I have something I've noticed about myself is that I like to analyze media. I like watching shows and seeing what are like the deeper things that the shows talk about. For example, like Scandal. I've been telling people, like, I feel like Scandal is a testimony to the fact that there in this world, people prefer power over everything else. This is such a sidetrack, but like, just a little thing about what I think about Scandal. Like, for example, even Olivia, like, people always accuse about the fact that Olivia like Fitz, and I'm like, the reason why Olivia like Fitz is because Fitz is the president of the United States. She likes the power that comes with being with Fitz. Because look what happened when Fitz was no longer the president. All of a sudden Olivia is not interested, and then you know like, Olivia liked power. So I realized that I like to analyze media in that way. So annotating books has been like kind of a way of like playing around in my mind with stuff like that, because I'm reading the book and it's a psychological book. I have an interest in psychology. At some point I wanted to study psychology. The only reason I didn't go further with it was because the thing that I would want to do in psychology, I would have to get a master's degree, and I just thought that it didn't make any sense to do that, because I'm not even sure more. I don't know if I want to go back to school to get a master's, and if I did psychology, it would have been like, I have to, and I don't like any demand upon my life. So yeah, so it's a psychological book, so I have been able to like research a lot of psychological terms and, oh, what does this thing mean, and blah 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 blah. It's something that I'm enjoying. I have been very consistent with my Bible plan that I told you guys I'm doing about finishing the Bible in a year. We're now in the book of Ezekiel, and it is day 150. There are some days that I did fall behind and I would have to like push it back. The good thing about this Bible plan is it's not a 365 day plan. It was like 350. So like the days that I did miss, I could like push it further so that like the plan would end on a further date. So I have like 3 more times or 4 more times that I can do that before it runs over into next year. I'm hoping not to do that. So now when I'm falling back, I'm trying to catch up, so I do after that, just in case one time come me generally can't catch up, and then yeah, me not an excuse now because that's summer. She's so pretty. Anyways, then another thing I am struggling with, I don't know if I said this in my first video, but it kind of taps into the whole like spending time by myself and stuff, is I am struggling with my screen time. Like, I spend so much time on my phone, especially right now, like how it's summer, and as a college student, 4 months of summer, I did not get to go on the work and travel program. So I have 4 months of summer, like, what am I gonna do? So I've been spending a lot of time on my phone, and something, I have a habit of like waking up really early in the morning. Doesn't matter what time I go to my bed. Like the other day I had a sleepover at my friend's house, and we stayed up in the morning talking till like 3, almost 4 o'clock. I'm gonna wake up 7 o'clock on the dot. What you do up 7 o'clock and you did stay up till 3 o'clock? Like, no matter what time I go to my bed, I'm going to wake up early. And I'm the type of person, like, when I wake up, I have to get up. Like, I can't just lie down. Like, I take naps during the day, but like, once I wake up in the morning, I have to get up out of my bed. And because I do that, the main thing I'm struggling with regarding my screen time is not just really how much time I spend on my phone, but how much time I spend on my phone at night. And yeah, because I already wake up early, it kind of just feel like me have punish myself by also staying up late, because it's like, you're going to wake up at like 6:30 anyway, so why are you staying up till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning? That's kind of crazy. So that is something that I am still struggling. May I struggle? It's something I'm really struggling with, because it's like one of those moments where Paul says like, oh, the thing that I want to do, I do not do, and the thing that I hate, I do. That's how I feel about it, because like, I be on my phone scrolling, watching the movie or whatever, and all me having in my head, I check your bed. Oh my god, you know, say I struggle with this, why you up? Da, da, da. And I say the devil go on, you know, the devil tempt you for do things, and then he condemn you shame you and make you feel guilty. And yeah, that's what I've been feeling. So that's something I'm still struggling with. I don't got nothing else to say. Another thing is I have been putting myself out there. Recently I did a photo shoot thing that somebody commented on my my TikTok, and he was like, oh, do you want a photographer or something? I was like, oh, what's wrong with the photographer that I have? And in my head, me never really thinking they'll be serious or whatever. And then he texted me on TikTok and was like, oh, here's my Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, photo shoot. I was like, okay, cool. And I did it, and it was really, really fun. Very different than anything that I have ever done before. Yeah, usually I don't do stuff like that, but I did it, and it was fun. And yeah, I'm putting myself out there more in terms of like making friends. Not really like making friends, but like texting random people on Instagram and seeing if me and them can. This sounds weird, but it's not weird, I promise. The thing I'm struggling with is consistency, which obviously like you guys can see. And I've had my friends tell me, oh, I DJ need to post more. I've had random people on Instagram tell me that I need to post more and whatever. And I'm just like, oh, guys. So this is just like a little honest moment. YouTube is not so bad, because my only problem with YouTube is like getting to the editing part. But honestly, TikTok is really a struggle for me to be consistent on, because I honestly I'm not seeing any growth on TikTok. Like, it feels like, and one could argue that maybe that consistency is my problem. I don't think consistency is my problem, because while I do struggle with consistency, even the videos that do go or do very well in terms of like they get a lot of saves or a lot of shares or whatever, they still do not garner any followers. And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And you know, you always have those people coming up on your For You page being like, oh, this is how you're gonna gain followers on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. And it's just so stupid, because like you be trying it and then it doesn't work for you, and you just feel like crap. So I'm just like, you know what, no. So I've honestly been struggling with that for TikTok. YouTube, not so much, because I know that YouTube is not really like, YouTube is algorithm based, but at the same time I do feel like I have seen a little bit of growth on my YouTube channel, and I don't really feel bad about the pace at which my YouTube channel is growing. But TikTok really annoys me. Like, on TikTok I have like 1,200 and something followers, and I'm pretty sure it has been that way for a minute. It's like every time somebody follow me, somebody else unfollow me. Y'all hear me? Okay. Anyways, so yeah, back to, oh, I was talking about summer. So because it's summer and I have 4 months free, 4 months of summer, and I didn't get to go on the work and travel program. I've been applying to summer internships. I'm waiting for them to call me, so we'll see about that. But while I'm waiting for them to call me back, I don't want to like spend the entire time, like my entire summer, like scrolling and watching movies and just eating and sleeping and whatever. It just feels very lousy. So I actually want to spend my time doing stuff, not necessarily leaving my house, because I do feel like there are times when I do fall into like this comparison thing where I see people going out in the summer and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, but I'm not going out, and I feel very discontent with my life sometimes, because I don't go out as much as somebody else my age. And in my head, not that there's anything wrong with going out, but at the same time I do want to become content with my life. Like, I want to have a life where I can stay home and still be content with the things that I do at home. And I know that I'm not content with just scrolling and sleeping and eating away my day. Like, that's all. So yeah, that's why I have been like the little hobbies, like, as I said, like annotating and just little stuff like that, that helped me to just like get off of my phone and get me off of like focusing on other people's lives and stuff like that. Is very beneficial, because social media is really, really, really like an enemy. Like, social media is a weapon formed against me, especially when it comes to like, as I said, comparison. Because it's like, it's one thing when, like, say you never have social media, you don't only have like your friends to see like, oh, your friend have this and whatever, and oh, my friend has that, I wish I had that. Yeah, may I come? Give me 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's like you don't only have your friends, but like when you're on social media, it's like you're seeing everybody post, oh, them have this, oh, they have that, them have this, them have that, and it's just like, so it's like it's easier to fall into comparison that way. Yeah, that's my update for the summer. I just don't want to scroll the time away. Hello? May I come? I just don't want to scroll away the time. So yeah, that's my little update. Still trying not to look dumb and putting myself out there, doing my little solo dates. I'm going to go back into doing that. I don't know what I'm going to do for June yet, but I'm going to plan something. And that's it. So here's the looking down. Bye.